Purim, you dress up in costumes. There was this guy named Haman who wanted to kill all the Jews, so Mordecai was telling the king, Ahasuerus, and he wanted a new queen. They found a little bit of oil that they thought would only last for one day, except it lasted for 8 days. The king had to find a new queen, and so he invited all the girls to his castle. At last, the Egyptians, after they decide to at last let them go, they decide to follow them, and that causes many adventures. And he killed him. It's a very nice story. Well, some parts aren't that good, but it ends very happy.
My older son, Jason, started at Maimonides when he was in 4th grade. One of the main reasons we put him in Maimonides was one Friday night we were going to synagogue. My younger son, who was at nursery school then, was dressed up, ready to go to synagogue Friday night. Our neighbors asked, "Where are you going, John?" John proudly goes, "I'm going to synagogue." They asked Jason, and Jason, who was going to public school and didn't feel comfortable being Jewish, because none of the kids were Jewish, goes, "I'm going out," with his head down. And that was the turning point when we decided to put Jason in Maimonides so that he could develop a good sense of who he was and feel comfortable with the outside world as well. And it's done remarkably well.
In this area, which is Danbury, we are in a very, very small minority. We don't have a Jewish community center, and the school provides that. It gives them a Jewish environment that's a norm for them, rather than feeling different in the public schools where they may be one or two out of many others.
על הכתפיים, על המאזניים, 1, 2, 3.
We need to restructure our school systems because they're failing. We are way behind other countries, and we're just not where we should be. One of the foremost reasons for that is the lack of good early childhood programming that then leads children into wanting to become learners the rest of their lives. Now, the connection to Maimonides is that we had the opportunity to structure from scratch optimal conditions so that we are not in the process of restructuring. We're just able to promote the fact that we structured it correctly from the beginning.
Is this all?
Is that all? Oh my goodness, Jacob, I have never seen you make an L before.
I made Laurel's name.
That is absolutely perfect. A fabulous L.
If a child hears something, they forget. A child sees, they remember. But when children do things, they understand. And that's really, I'd say, the philosophy in the early childhood program, for the children to have a lot of hands-on experience and do a lot of things.
I found it.
Jacob found a caterpillar. Can you give it to Michael now? Okay, Michael's been waiting a long time. Where is he going?
On my arm. He's gonna go in your sleeve.
We're going to make sure we put him back so he can be with all the caterpillars that are his friends, okay? Okay. That was a good find.
Go in the sand.
My kids are doing real well. They're getting exactly what we hoped they would get. They're getting good individualized attention. Their special needs are being met both secularly and Judaically. In the elementary school ages, we felt it was very important for our kids to have a good background, both in terms of knowledge and affect, about what it meant to be Jewish and to be immersed in a Jewish environment in which everything was integrated, in which math related to Judaism and Judaism related to social studies and social studies related to science and science related to Judaism again. At schools such as Maimonides, they received that kind of integrated education.
For the first 8 years of my education, I had Judaic studies, I learned Hebrew, I learned Jewish culture, cooking. I got a real background feel for what Judaism was.
I like science the best, all sciences the best, and I pretty much picked it up from Maimonides.
I really like foreign languages, and I started with Hebrew, and I think I might want to be an interpreter.
We did a lot of experiments on electricity, stuff like that. Now I love doing electric stuff.
I know, me too. I have like this big box at home that I
yeah, me too.
Keep away from my little brother, and I build a lot of things.
I built like a little weed whacker for my parents.
Do you think we can really see the eggs, Joey?
Well, I can see a tube inside the ovary, which might be the passageway for the eggs.
You have the stamen, you have the anther.
I thought the teachers at Maimonides were very warm, caring. They would call you when there was a problem and when your child did something nice as well.
We are going to pair up together. You're going to listen to see if the person mentioned their main idea. Did the person then include enough details that described that main idea? And did all the sentences sound clear to you?
They took each child as their own personal child and not just another student.
And we ate dinner, and then me and Mommy went home.
Wow, that sounds good. I wonder where you went and heard music. Do you know where that place was?
I think in Africa.
Oh, in Africa he went.
Africa.
What a busy weekend you had. Great, Stevie.
When he started school, it was very natural for him to feel at home. He came into the same school his sister was going to, and the teachers knew him because of her. And it evolved, and it's a very family type of feeling that we get here.
אם היום לא קר בחוץ, אז מה כן היום? מה כן היום, חנינה?
היום המאוד.
היום.
All the teachers that I had who were here were great. They really help you, They show you how to work for yourself, how to do things for yourself, not be reliant totally upon other people. They really taught me how to be self-reliant.
I remember being with my friends in Mrs. Gilbert's class. You learn about the Torah stories, and you get to talk about them. They don't tell you, they let you talk about them in the class, and I really like that. In public school, the teacher didn't have time to go around and talk to everyone, but here at Maimonides they did, and I really like that.
It's very positive, it's very reinforcing and nurturing for the children to have this support where they know the teachers care about them and the teachers really know them well and are there to support them. We want children to be excited about the process of inquiry and research, and that certainly happens in the Maimonides setting.
It's nice because at Christmas time they have Hanukkah things, and at Easter time they have Passover things, and the kids are excited about that.
Oh, I love it. I don't think I'd drive a half hour every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, if I wasn't so dedicated.
She's learning to read and she's in kindergarten. She'd be bored if she went to public school.
After I got done with the 5th grade at Maimonides, I went into public school, which I found really, really easy compared to Maimonides.
I fit right in. I really the education I got here fit right in with the education that the other kids had gotten, and in some cases it was a little bit more. A lot of, at least my friends in school, come to me when they need to know something about Jewishness or kashrut, or they hear something about Jews that they're not sure is quite true or something like that, and I can handle it. The kids at school can handle me being Jewish, and I can handle them wanting to know about Judaism.
It's a nice place. You make friends fast. And you learn Hebrew and English. Aleph, Bet, Bet, Gimel, Dal, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Hav. אחת, שתיים, שלוש, ארבע, חמש, שש, שבע, שמונה, תשע, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, סמך, עין, פי, פי, ריש, שין, סין, tav, tav. That's it. Thank you.